Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to today's video. So today I'm going to share with you some different gift ideas for you that kind of don't involve buying an actual item, if that makes sense. It's kind of more like experiences or different things really, because I don't know about you, but we have so much stuff in our house and it's just something a bit useful as well and different and interesting. So I really hope that you enjoy this video, that you get some inspiration as well, some different ideas. I've got 8 to share with you, so yes, let's get into it. The very first gift idea that I want to share with you is membership. So me and my husband have actually asked for a couple of memberships this Christmas. So it's just really helpful. So it's good for us as a family to be able to like go to places, but it can become really expensive, especially if you know, like on a weekend or in the week. I take Arthur out a lot. You know, we go to the zoo, we go to National Trust places, and there's obviously different like wildlife and animal places as well, which we love going to and Arthur loves going to, but it can become quite costly. So we have actually asked for a few memberships, and so these are brilliant presents if you have a family or a couple or even just a person, a lone person that like goes to somewhere frequently, then buying a membership for somewhere is great. So we have a couple, so just to give you a few ideas, as I said, we always go to National Trust. National Trust is a good one because obviously you buy one membership, but there's lots of different National Trust places around. There's so much you can do, but it's just a really good way to, one, help the person you're buying for. It kind of saves the money, but it's also really useful. As I said, you don't have to like buy them something to have in their house. You're buying them like experiences and days out and like time with the family, and I think it's a really lovely idea. Next is something which might be a little bit niche and there might be like similar things, but it's an adopt an animal. So you know, people who love animals, or maybe this is really nice for children because often you adopt an animal, and obviously you can do it like for various places. You can do it like at zoos, but you can just do it for wild animals as well, like sanctuaries, you know, not just in this country but like other countries across the world. And I think it's a really lovely idea. So for somebody that loves animals, then this is a brilliant one. Similarly, I guess you could also think about like making a donation to charity, something like that, but I think for animal lovers, then that is really great. Also, if you have an animal lover, and I'm just gonna like lump this together, you could also do like an animal experience. So you know, again, some zoos do this, you know, where you can like feed the certain animals, or like, you know, you could be like a zookeeper for a day, that sort of thing. So again, it's like an experience for somebody that probably like, it's the kind of things that we don't really think about paying for ourselves to do them, but if you know somebody that would like love that kind of thing but they just haven't done it for whatever reason for themselves, then yeah, like getting something like that I think is really great. Next up, why don't you help somebody learn a new hobby that helps them to learn a new skill? So again, if they're thinking about starting something but haven't, or you know, they kind of like seem to have an interest in painting or something but they've never been to a class or a workshop, then you could buy them that. So you could buy them just one, like a little workshop, or you could buy a set of maybe like pottery classes, something like that. And I think something where again you learn a new skill and it can become a hobby, I think is really lovely. And again, it's like that experience and something really thoughtful as well, and it'll be a present that people wouldn't forget that easily. My next idea is helping somebody have a good day out, or an afternoon, or an experience. So you know, you can get these types of things and you can either like buy them yourself, or you could actually like make your own vouchers. I think I've done this for people. So I'm talking about things like buying somebody a spa day, or you know, an afternoon tea somewhere, maybe somewhere fancy, something like that. So I've been bought a spa day before, which was lovely, but you could also, I've done this for somebody where like I've written my own voucher kind of thing, or like on a bit of paper or something like that. You just give it to somebody and then obviously they can like redeem it against you, and you can take them, you can go with them, or you could just like buy it for them. But I think that's really nice too. Now, one of my favourite presents that probably Matt has ever bought me, actually, he's done it a few times, is he's bought me tickets to see a ballet. Now I remember talking about this in last year's Christmas gift guide. Yeah, so he's bought me tickets to see a ballet, and for one of the occasions, we actually also stayed overnight in a hotel. It was in Torquay, which is a special place to us anyway, and it's just really lovely because again, I mean, especially now we've got Arthur, we probably won't be doing that kind of thing, but you know, even before, we never really thought about going to see something like that. So obviously it doesn't have to be ballet, it could be like a show, you know, like a musical or something like that. I just think it's something different, something in which you, again, you might not do for yourself, but you can kind of do it for somebody else. and I think that's really nice too. Maybe a little bit similarly is also a coach trip. So I've bought this for my mum before. I actually paid for a coach trip which like involved tickets as well. We went to see, it was me, my mum and my stepdad, so I paid for myself too, was to see go to the Coronation Street studio tour. And honestly, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I always wanted to also take my mum to Emmerdale, but it was like very expensive, so it wasn't really like possible, because I think they only did like a few days, you had to stay overnight. But obviously, you know, if your budget was stretched that's a brilliant idea as well. You could like make it into like a mini break sort of thing. But yeah, like coach tickets, it's just nice. So for example, my mum, she drives, and you know, she goes on the motorway, she drives quite far. But it's sometimes quite nice if you're a driver to not have to drive sometimes. I mean, I think that as well. So buying somebody like a day out via a coach trip, I think is just lovely. I think I've also bought, I'm pretty sure I bought my parents like a coach trip to like Ilfracombe. And yeah, it's just something a bit nice. You can like let someone else drive you basically. And it's just something a bit different. And you could probably go to places that you wouldn't otherwise think to go to. So if you have someone that has always wanted to go to a certain place, or it could be, you know, like I went to Coronation Street, like a certain like attraction that's just a bit far away to drive to themselves, or they haven't thought about it, then you can buy loads and loads of different coach trips. So I think the company that I use is Bristol based, but obviously there are like nationwide coach tours as well. So yeah, that's a lovely idea as well. My next idea is an experience, so something that is a bit out there. So, you know, some people might love to like jump out of an airplane or something like that. So something that's a bit like Daredevil. There are so many different things that you can buy. And then my very last idea is buying a subscription. So there's loads, there are so many. So you could buy like a subscription box, you know, you can get like a beauty box or something like that, or even food. You can buy flowers. I've bought a magazine subscription before for my stepdad. I think it was, I'm trying to think what it was, I can't remember now, something to do with history probably. I've bought Matt National Geographic subscription. He's bought me a Cornwall magazine subscription. So yeah, obviously it doesn't have to be magazines, there's loads of different ones out there. But yeah, that's something nice, and also it's quite good because it can last, you know, you can choose usually, but it might be 3 months, 6 months, a year, and it's kind of like the present that keeps on giving throughout the year. And yeah, that's a really nice one as well. I think flowers is a really lovely one, because I think you can buy flowers to like be delivered every so often. I think everyone loves fresh flowers. I think that's really nice. So those are all my different gift ideas that you don't actually have to buy somebody a physical item, which I think is really nice and just a bit different. So I really hope that you enjoyed them. Maybe you found some sort of inspiration. Do let me know if you have ever bought any of these for anyone else, or if you've got other ideas, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me. But have a lovely evening or day whenever you're watching this, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye everyone!